We are living in a time that's all about the moment. We can watch pretty much anything live on our phones. In fact, I watched the Red Sox playoff game while anchoring yesterday. Don't tell anyone. We love to see reactions from our favorite coaches and athletes after a big win or loss. But time gives us some perspective. It's a lens that sharpens our stories. There were a lot of great stories told at the 2017 Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame induction banquet. Here's just a few. Jeff Sweeta starred at the Hazleton High School in football and wrestling in the 1980s. He went on to wrestle at Millersville University. This is just a list of some of his accomplishments, but what may be his true career highlight came on September 11th, 1981, when the Mountaineers were set to play their rival, the West Hazleton Wildcats, in football. Sweeta says kickoff was set for 7 o'clock and he was ready to go and in full gear at 3:15. It was what he had the courage to do off the field that still has a lasting impact on his life today.
That was the first time that I decided I manned up. I didn't have Snapchat. I couldn't text anyone. I couldn't email anybody. I manned up and asked my wife, girlfriend at the time, for a date after the game. Well, I played from the first whistle to the last. The whole game, we won 21-12. We were 3-0. We were excited, but I didn't make it at the end. At the end of the game, went to shake the hands of the opposing team, collapsed, had a severe concussion and dehydration. So our first date didn't go very well.
Sweeta and his wife Jackie have been married for 26 years. Dennis Mooney averaged over 20 points a game for Black Creek Township High School during the 1965-66 season. His team went on to win the Columbia League Championship. The school then merged into the Hazleton Area School District, and Mooney had to pick where he would finish his high school career.
As Joe mentioned, I went to West Hazleton High School my senior year, and in the summer preceding that year, there were two gentlemen came to our front door in the small village of Weston where we lived. And one of them asked me if I was interested in a fine Catholic education at St. Gabriel's. His name happened to be Digger Phelps. And maybe my true claim to fame is the fact that I turned Digger down.
Mooney went on to play basketball at Bloomsburg State College, now known as Bloomsburg University. Jack Hollis bragged about being in the top 20 of his class at MMI that had 25 students. He got a lot of laughs, but he was a serious athlete. He scored over 1,300 points as a member of the basketball team at MMI. 4 of those points came in one of the most memorable games in our area's history, MMI versus West Hazleton in 1964.
Basketball is 32 minutes long, 4 quarters. I'm going to take it through the game play by play. Jump ball, first quarter. They jump ball every quarter then. We got the ball. We froze the ball. Second quarter, West Hazleton got the ball. They froze the ball. Third quarter, nothing's going on. Sipek, I believe his name was, passed the ball to Grabelny. I intercepted the pass. I drove the length of the court and missed the layup. Shortly after that, at a timeout, our coach, Mr. Geddige, introduced me to his size 14 wingtips and reminded me as to what our game plan was. Anyway, now we're at the fourth quarter. West Hazleton has 5 points, we have 4 points. Nothing happens. There's 18 seconds in the game. We have the ball, we have a timeout. We go over a well-studied play. You know how that goes. Pass the ball in, broken play, somebody scores, we're up, they get the ball, they shoot, they miss. We rebound. Jack Feischner makes a point, they get the ball, they shoot, they miss. MMI 7, West Hazleton 5. Thank you for your indulgence.
On a night filled with so many stories, it was hard to pick just a few. And even with the few we picked, it's still hard to truly convey the emotion that was in this room. You had to be there to witness the tears and smiles years after the blood and sweat that went into becoming some of the greatest local athletes of all time. Don't worry at home, you'll hear part of Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman's speech at the event on the next Out of Left Field.